beloved souls. It is Twin Flame Tuesday. We had a 12-12 portal that brought in so many intense energies. There was just so much going on. Really deep communications happening, shifts in awareness. Some twins finally meeting for the first time. Other twins ending soul contracts and karmic relationships. So it's been intense. It's been an intense. It's been an intense time, and it's only going to keep going as we are rearing up and getting ready to go towards the winter solstice. So I wanted to see what was going on with the twins for this week after this portal, as we're still feeling the energies. So thank you, angels and guides. What do we got for the Twin Flame Collective on this Twin Flame Tuesday? Twin Flame Tuesday. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. This is basically like, do you know how bomb you are when you're just being you and doing you? Literally, just being you and doing you. Like how beautiful you look, how handsome you look, how attractive, how magnetic you are, because when you're in the vibration of just doing you and you're feeling yourself and you're feeling good and you're feeling empowered and you're being grateful, then guess what? What you put out, you're getting back in, right? So you're vibing, you're feeling great. And the universe is like, yes, let me show you all the ways that you're vibing, you're feeling great. Start showing up, start showing up. It's kind of like when you're single, right? For a minute. You're single, nobody's talking to you, whatever. You're out in the market 6 months, 7 months, however long it goes. Then all of a sudden you start dating someone, right? Feeling good. Maybe you're dressing up again. Maybe your energy's just changed. And the next thing you know, everybody's on you. It's like, yo, I was single for 6 months. Nobody hollered at me. Now that I got a boo, all of a sudden everybody knows my name. Get the fuck out of here. It's that type of energy. Like, yeah, like you're feeling it. And, ooh, all right. So, for some of you, the attraction that you feel, the attraction that you felt, was very indicative of who this person is going to be in your life. Like, so funny. So I have a girlfriend who met a karmic twin, and she was talking to me about like the sex, and she was like, "Yeah, with the sexes," and I'm like, I said, "Did you say yeah, but the sex?" I was like, "Oh, that's not your twin." I'm like, "You're not going to be with a divine counterpart that can't. You guys aren't matching. Like they're not turning you on. You're not really attracted to them. It's not like that's not a good look. Like, why would you want to have an eternal relationship with someone that can't satisfy?" I'm sorry. I know that might sound wrong, but listen, I, my twin isn't gonna be someone who like doesn't know how to have sex. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Sex is my love language, right? It's one of my love languages. It's one of the easiest ways that I communicate. If we can't talk like that, we can't talk, homie. It's gotta go. It's quiet. It's just not gonna happen. So for some of you, this attraction, this magnetic attraction that you're feeling or that you felt with this person is gonna be indicative to like, oh, that might be my twin, right? Because twin flames, we get together, the kundalini starts rising, right? All the chakras get activated. You start feeling their energy. You start um I mean, the energy is so intense. Like, if they hit their knee, you could feel it, right? All of a sudden, you're like, damn, why does my knee hurt? And then you talk to your twin, and next thing you know, they're like, oh, their knee hurt too. Or like they had a knee accident when they were younger, or something odd like that. Or interesting, I should say, instead of odd. So you have this really strong, energetic pull towards each other, right? And like, it's your twin. You guys are matchy, 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 matchy. So, sorry, I know I went on a tangent with this, but it's really just about like, some of you are either getting to the place of such great self love that you're feeling yourself and it's vibing back to you, or you've come in contact with or have met your twin and now you're like, what the fuck? What was that? It's so intense. Literally, you probably don't even know how bomb you are when you're just doing you. How you drink your coffee, like how you look when you're like reading your favorite book, or when you're just doing your work, like in the garden, like just how lovely, beautiful, magnetic, amazing. All right, what else do we got for the twins? Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Sorry. Holiday season, right? It's like the merriment, the joy, the laughter. So for some of you, you're going to be taking a trip and maybe meeting um your twins family like for the first time during this time, and it's a really big time, right? Home for the holidays kind of energy. Um and for some of you, congratulations if you're just gotten engaged or you're be getting married during this time. But it's really this energy of just like relaxation and fun and trust and festivities and love and merriment, right? Like that's the holiday time. It's just like, yes, we're traveling, and traveling can kind of suck for some people, or it can be really fun, but mainly it's just about like the joy, the adventure, the trip, the journey, taking things to a new level, a higher level of commitment, although it doesn't have to be. It's really just about being fun and being playful at this time. I love that. I love that. I love it. 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 Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. I love that. Listen, for some of you, it's gonna be this trip, right? This honeymoon kind of energy. Like you're gonna have to get on a plane, you're gonna have to get on a train, you have to get on a bus, you're gonna have to like change your schedule around. You're gonna have to be kind of accommodating, right? And like that's okay, right? That's okay. Like look at this. Look at the love there. It's like, oh, you did me that favor, and it's like I fucking hate you. I love you, but I hate you. It's like that kind of energy. Like, oh, I'll do anything for you, but I'm fucking annoyed. You know, it's like making their favorite meal when you're freaking exhausted, or like buying a person a coffee just the way that they take it. You know, it's like the little. Again, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of like little things meaning a lot. You know, like the consideration, like, oh, you thought about me, like. Even if someone texts you, just like, hey, good morning, it's like letting you know that they're on their mind, right? So it's doing the little things so that we can get to the big things at the end, right? Are you willing to make the effort? Are you willing to take the time to pick up the phone, to stop being prideful, to clearly communicate and have that conversation, to maybe relocate? You know, like there's shit that's going on. I know a lot of twins, myself included, have been shifted and we've been having to relocate because there's something else for us. Our energies are needed elsewhere. Like our light needs to be anchored in elsewhere. Some people have been shifting out of their careers, right? Moving into different careers and jobs and things that they never even saw themselves happening. So like all these things, different things are going on behind the scene so that twins can get together. It's really incredible. But yes, we need to make the effort. Just like anything, you have like a goal in life. Like with our careers, we have a goal. With like, I want to live in a certain house. I want to live in a certain neighborhood. I want to do this with my career. I want to make this kind of money. Like, what is the end goal for your twin flame dynamic, right? Are you willing to make an effort to make this thing happen, knowing that it's a journey of healing, knowing that it's a journey of learning how to be in a space of self love, knowing that sometimes it's going to be triggering and hurtful and kind of raw, knowing that sometimes the things are going to get stuck in your throat, right? Because it hurts. You got to make the effort though. You got to take the time. You go hard to get up every day and show up for your job. I think you should go hard and get up every day to show up for your fucking relationship, especially the relationship with yourself. Facts. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I always feel this energy is like karmic. Like you just know. You know when it's over, you know when it's done, you just feel it, right? Like it's just like when you think about the person, like your body goes cold, or it's just like there's no love there. Like that's not a twin flame love, right? Like where you just feel empty and nothingness, right? There should be your relationship shouldn't feel like obligatory, right? Like it shouldn't feel like I have to do this and I have to do this because of the kids, because of this person, because of my family. Like if that's why you're in a dynamic, then that's not the dynamic for you, because it's supposed to be about your joy, your happiness, your fulfillment, and then that with another person. You guys are coming in joyful, happy, and fulfilled with yourselves, and then you come together and we're like, oh, I'm dope and you're dope and we can be dope together. Fantastic. But if you're in something where it just feels like work, like look at this card, right? He's got a sword on, he's got like all the apparel on, and she could give two fucks. Not interested in the least, right? It's just like I'm dealing with him because I have to, right? Like I guess this will do. It's almost like a tolerance, an okey doke, or just a shoulder shrug almost. Like it feels so empty, and that is indicative that that's not for you. Like it shouldn't feel empty. Love is passionate and fun and delightful, and yeah, it's not always gonna be like that. It's not always like fucking roses and whatever, but yeah, it should be most of the time. All right, so one more for the twins. What else we got coming in with this portal? So we're gonna be ending some karmic relationships. Stop doubting the attractions that you're feeling. And some of you are going on a motherfucking trip. I'm excited. All right, my beautiful romance angels. Anything else for the twin flames today? Anything else? Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Yeah. Yeah. Again, many people are just, they're sticking around for the kids, and it's, you're being guided like it's enough. And I know this is hard. I know this is hard, but at the end of the day, children aren't better because we decided to be a fucking fake ass martyr and stay in a miserable relationship. Because what does that teach them? Oh, I need to stay in a miserable relationship and stick it out for my kids. Like, no, don't you want better for your children? Don't you want better for yourself? Don't you want your children to feel loved and fulfilled, to be with someone who's loving them and fulfilling them, that's encouraging them and supporting them and like pouring life into them? Like, don't you want your children to live happily ever after? Don't you want that for yourself? Right? So these are the questions. Like, is it better for the kids? Not necessarily. And I know that there are karmic partners out there that use the children to manipulate, and that's awful. That anyone could be like, oh, if you don't want to be with me, you can't see the kids. That's awful. It's awful and it's disgusting. It's an awful and disgusting energy. Why would you want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you at the end of the day? That is an act of lack of love, right? That's not self love. You're not loving yourself if you're allowing that to happen. That's not love. It's, it's an obligation. It's awful. It's empty. So I know that's not an easy decision, but out of love for yourself and out of love for the children that are involved, if there are children involved, like you got to look at the big picture of some shit, right? So whether that's you because you have children, or maybe your divine masculine or divine feminine has children, and that's, in the forefront of their mind, because my children are always in the forefront of my mind. Nothing goes down without me thinking about them at all, at all, at all, at all. That's, I get it. You know what I mean? And so, and my divine masculine has children as well. This what what it is. Our children are a priority. We are a priority first, then our children, and then our relationship. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, oh, this relationship trumps everything. No, like I gotta love me, and I'm loving these two beautiful children that God gave me to steward, and I'm also gonna love you and yours as well. But you know what I mean? I'm not gonna deal with the unhealthy, dumb bullshit in the background. Like no, and I'm not gonna have my children be in an unhealthy relationship thinking like, oh well, that's what mommy did, so that's okay. No, 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 because children are gonna watch what you're doing way more than what you're saying. Doesn't matter how we try to spin it, they're paying attention. They're paying attention. They want to see if you're in a loving relationship. They want to see if you're happy. They want to see if you're doing things to love on yourselves. So what are you doing, right? And for others, this is about your inner child and giving that child some love and attention and seeing maybe like what relationships look like when you were a child. Like go back 0 to 7. What were the relationships around you and your dynamic? Like what relationships did you see within your house, within your neighborhood? right? On TV, like what is your goal relationship, right? What are your relationship goals? What is it that you're seeing? Are you just like, I know when I grew up, my mother was in a lot of abusive relationships, mentally, physically, all that, financially, everything. So what I saw mostly was the physical abuse, right? I didn't know about the other layers of it until later in life. So my relationship goal was, oh, I'm not going to be in a relationship with someone who hits me, right? That was immediate. However, I didn't know about the other aspects, the emotional abuse, the financial abuse, I can be sexually abused. I didn't know about any of that. So again, we're doing what we see. So I'm accepting things unconsciously that weren't healthy for me, right? I was accepting things unconsciously that weren't in alignment with like divine love or my truth or my self-worth or my value because I didn't know to want more, to receive more, that that's what I should be looking for. So it took years for me to be like, fuck that. Like, no, like the sex ain't that good. I got this on my own. Like, I don't need a man to take care of me for shit because I've been doing everything by myself my whole fucking life and taking care of grown ass men. Like, I had to get to a point where I had to be like, no, bitch, get your shit together. Like, just because it's not physical abuse, like, who the fuck is he talking to like that? You know what I mean? Like, you had to, like, really, like, really check myself. And I'm still doing it. It's not like the healing process is ended. It's not like I'm, like, Miss Perfection and I'm like, oh, I only date the best guys now. Like, no, I'm still shifting through it. I'm still going through my shit. I'm still unlearning all the fucking bullshit that I've learned and I'm having to like reteach myself in new manners. I am still going through it right along with you. And I had to really take a look at my little self, right? Little young Autumn and like have a conversation with her and be like, it's all right. You know what I mean? Like I know people disappointed you. I know people hurt you. I know people lied to you. We went through a lot of shit. You know what I mean? But look at us now. Look at us now. And we might have went through that shit and people thought that they were gonna fucking break us, but that's not the case. Because we're standing here now in our power and our strength. And so you need to stand here in your power and your strength. You need to give that attention to your little inner child and just be like, yo, we good. We're good. Look at how far we've come. Look at where you're at right now, and I promise I'm gonna make you fucking proud. We're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep pushing forward. And that means loving yourself. This whole twin flame dynamic is about self love first and foremost. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. And if there are children involved, they're watching. They're watching to see how we love ourselves, how we show up for ourselves. What is the purpose of being in a union with someone if you don't love yourself? You can't be with someone and say that you love them if you don't even love yourself. How can you possibly give to someone something you don't have? You have to love you first. So much so, be so fucking in love with yourself that you can go out there and truly be in love with someone else that is already truly in love with themselves so that they can truly love you. Right? You got two freaking amazing people with cups overflowing, just pouring into each other, pouring into each other, pouring into each other, and then pouring into the community or the tribe around them. And so, yeah, that pours into the kids and that pours into our friendships and that pours into our careers, right? This love shit is deep and it goes far. It starts with you. It starts with you. It starts with you. Whew. All right, so I took it there. Let's do maybe one more card. I don't know how we got on that tangent, but you gotta love you. You gotta love you first and foremost. That's it. That's when you become attractive. That's when you start going on your journeys. That's when your life changes. You gotta love you. Show up for all parts of you. Right? Get one more. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Maybe some of you just need to get out there, right? And you're nervous or you're scared. Understand this is a twin flame, and I will say this for you. I get it. You can't talk to everybody about this shit, right? Because most people think that you're crazy. They're like, "What the fuck is a twin flame? What do you mean the soul shit? Oh, now you talk to angel." I know. I get it. I get it. I get it. So let your friends help you. Yes, can technically mean some of your physical friends that you have right now, but deeper than that, it's ask for your soul tribe to start showing up, right? Like put it out there and ask your angelic friends, right? And your spiritual guide friends and your spiritual animal friends. Like ask for your friends on the other side of the veil to help you as much as the friends that are helping you on this end. Again, as a twin flame, this is not an easy conversation for everyone because it can be a little woo woo, right? It's a little out there. So You can come to a community like this where we're all supporting and loving each other because we understand that we're going through this woo spiritual crazy shit together and it's cool and we support one another. Or you can start tapping into the other side of the veil, really getting with your ancestors, your guides, the angels, and being like, help a brother out, help a sister out, like help me to understand this fucking journey. Help me to understand why I'm getting so triggered. Help me to, like really dive deep. Because the shit that's coming up is for you to dive deep, right? To really help you love on yourself and to see yourself fully and to embrace every aspect of you, light and dark, in and out, up and down, right? Every part of you needs that love and attention. All right, so I just love it. I just love it. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the card again. It's like, let your friends help you. It's like she's just sitting there in her bliss, just being catered to. Like, yeah, let people love on you. Let people love on you. I'm telling you, you got so much support. The other side of the veil. It's time to just roll with it, but it's time to like pour that love into yourself, right? Do things that make you feel good. Then you're automatically attracting back other things that are gonna make you feel good. All right. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. It's gonna be a dope week. Don't forget to love on yourself. All right. Don't forget to love on yourself. Don't forget to love on yourself. Later, babies.